En ons wil toch net de man met de palkie kon kry.
Nie een van die ander manne het werklik deurgeloop vandag nie. Brett Schulz miskien die duurste 4 balbeurte vir 19. En na 28 beurte 'n groot totaal van 72 vir die verlies van 1.
In die middel van die prentjie die koeldrankie geniet. Baptiste op die oomblik 15 bilbeurte, 1 vir 15. 'n rukkie gelede was dit 14 bilbeurte vir 13 lopies en nog vroeër 12 bilbeurte vir 11 lopies.
Since away would start, has bowled 11 overs for 27. Schulz also this morning bowled 4 overs for 19, has bowled 10 overs for 32. Baptiste 1 for 15 in 15 overs. Rayment an economical spell, 6 overs for 12, and Tim Shaw just 3 overs before lunch for 3 runs.
Paul Rayment is ook 'n man met so iets wat ongewone bowlaksie. Nie heeltemal soos wat Mike Proctor destyds van die verkeerde voet af gebou het nie, en nie naaste by soos Pryk van Natal nie. Baie goed afgespeel, die right vir 4 lopies. Take us to his action, Graham.
As Paul Rayment in his delivery stride, and also somewhat deceptive and a little bit off the wrong foot, but certainly not as unorthodox as David Pryk from Natal. Yeah, we have a look at it again, and a little bit deceptive, but as I said, certainly nowhere as unorthodox as David Pryk of Natal.
Veldwerk van Rushmere.
Short delivery to Neville Wright, and a good firm shot off the back foot, and some good fielding from Mark Rushmere. And all these little things add up, all the contenders, and one-day cricket with fielding being so critical and important. I'm sure all these little points are taken into consideration.
Ek het die idee die spelers verlaat die veld as gevolg van die swak lug, of is dit dalk net koeldrankies? Nee. Dis koeldrankies wat op die veld gebring word, tog nie die lug wat reeds so swak is nie, hoewel meneer Barry Lamson weer baie mooi kyk en Flamigo belangstellend daar oor die skouer loer om te sien wat die lugmeter op die oomblik wys. 133 vir die verlies van 2. Neville Wright 58, Darryl Cullinan 5. Die twee manne wat uit is, Jimmy Cook vir 23 en Pinaar vir 36. Een verandering in skoene vir Paul Rayment. En lyk asof hy stewels aantrek met spykers onder, sodat hy beter kan vasdra wanneer hy bul.
Always a nice time of the day for the fielding side. A little break. And sometimes can disrupt the concentration of batsmen.
Clive Rice met 'n heel tevrede glimlag op sy gesig. Baie gewilde skeieregter meneer Barry Lamson. Hy is seker aan die een kant ook spyt en ek dink baie toeskouers ook dat die Nissan kompetisie vanjaar verander is na wat dit was en dat daar nie weer daardie musiek oor die luidsprekerstelsels gespeel is en hy tekens moes gee om veranderings aan te dui nie en hy gou-gou die bynaam gekry het van Lambada Lamson. Volbal, maar ongelukkig vir Neville Wright grondlangs reguit na speler.
Although there's no sunshine, bowler Rayment well protected with the various sun creams. Maybe the sun creams are used for other reasons. Some fanatical cricket supporters seen through the bad weather and still here for the last remaining overs of the day. Delivery from Rayment. Hitting the batsman Cullen an outside line. But having not played a shot, there's always still a possibility of an LBW decision been given.
Weer bijzonder economisch. Baie vol geplant deur Shaw.
You're right, been in for the whole innings of 59 overs for his personal score of 58. Also concentrating his line on off stump and outside and getting a very little bit of spin.
Vinniger bal van Tim Shaw. 'n Bietjie slordige veldwerk. Min wat ons dit vandag gesien het. Oor die algemeen was die OP veldwerk baie goed en hulle het min lopies afgestaan as gevolg van foute in die veld. Telling nou 134. 60ste bilbeurt is verby. Tempo net so meer as 2 lopies per bilbeurt. Cullinan 5 en Neville Wright 59. Ja, dus mense wat vandag nat gereën het. Die klere word 'n bietjie uitgehang daar om droog te word. As jy nie vroeër vandag by ons ingeloer het nie, dit een stadium werklik geweldig hard gereën. Baie harde donderstorm. En veral die weerligstrale en die donderslae was ongelooflik. Tipiese Hoëveldse storm. Nou grond langs reguit na Michou en daar is nie 'n loopie nie. Nou gaan die twee skeieregters weer met mekaar gesels oor die ligmeter.
You need both umpires to be in agreement, and it appears that they are in agreement and are offering the light to the two batsmen.
Ja, die twee kolvers moet nou besluit wil hulle voortkolf of nie. Die dwarsbalkies gaan gelig word om 20 minute voor 6. Die spelers gaan die speelveld verlaat. Spel sal môreoggend 'n halfuur vroeër begin, naamlik om 10:15, sodat hulle 'n halfuur van die verlore spel kan inhaal. Nou word noukeurige aantekening gemaak van die liglesing. Die val van paaltjies 3 vir 137 en nou 191 vir 8. En dit beteken dat 6 paaltjies geval het, terwyl 54 lopies aangeteken is. 'n Lelike instorting deur Transvaal, maar baie goeie bilwerk deur die OP.
I think a disappointing fact about the Transvaal batting is that 4 of their top 6 players got in the 20s and 30s and then gave it away. Jimmy Cook for 23, Roy Pienaar 36, Darryl Cullinan 25, and Jabir Stradom 23. And just when you would think they would be getting in and taking advantage of a good batting wicket, they got out.
Een verdien Lang, sy telling word 5, 'n groot totaal 192 vir die verlies van 8 paaltjies. Dit is nog so 10 minute voor die aanbreek van die middagete. Tel, wat maak meester Ron Mitchley? Staan doodstil met die hande gevou.
Confident appeal, and Rayment delivering from wide and coming back, but certainly the angle of delivery, it appears that the ball would have gone down the leg side.
Ik heb gehoor op my oorfoon en deur ons bykant mikrofoon dat iemand geskree het catch, maar ek is nie seker of dit 'n speler is en of dit 'n toeskouer was. Kom ons kyk wat sê die kyk weer kamera.
Now I think the bat quite a distance away from the ball, and if there was a noise or a deflection, it could have been his pad.
Ja, spelers skree maar altyd catch it, kry hom net om seker te maak, nee, en dan vat hom liewer eers en dan kyk jy of hom van die kolf of die handskoen gekom het.
Eastern Province.
Ja, die kolwers nummers 6, 7 en 8 na mekaar uitgehaal. Op nummer 6 Stredom, nummer 7 Jacobs, nummer 8 Snell.
Short delivery, going down the leg side. And certainly a reaction from the bowler Bryson. That something could have gone wrong at the back of his neck.
Ja, Tim Shaw daar saam met hom geloop. Gelukkig vir hom is daar net 5 minute oor voor die middagete. Maar daar is beslis iets seer in die nek.
Hier is 2 lopies vir McBride.
The fielding done by 12th man Forbes, who is substituting for the injured Brett Schultz.
Bryson. Seer gekry in daardie laaste aflewering, 'n nekbesering. En dink hy sal sekerlik die fisioterapeut gaan opsoek tydens die middagete. Veldwerk deur Martin Venter en die telling bly 194 vir die verlies van 8 paaltjies.
And with Bryson having a bit of neck trouble, the last over, we have Tim Shaw warming up and will bowl the last over. And Paul Rayment, no more than a medium pacer, but putting a lot into the delivery and having batsman McBride having to duck.
Louis Koen en Kipler wissels. So 'n bietjie gesels daar in die glippe. Einde van die bilbeurt. Ons moet kyk wat sê die skeieregters in die horlosie. Nou sekerlik volgens my horlosie nog 'n minuut en 'n kwart voor 25 oor. Met ander woorde, ons sal nog een bilbeurt sien. En soos voorspel deur Tim Shaw. Teleurstellings van die dag, soos Graham Pollock ook genoem het, 'n paar van die Transvaal spelers wat in die 30 of 20 gekry het en dan hulle paaltjies verloor het, by name Darryl Cullinan vandag 25 en Joubert Strydom, as 'n man eers daar in die 20 is jou oog behoort hy goed ingespeel te wees en dan behoort jy voort te gaan en te werk vir jou 50-tal. Maar baie goeie bilwerk vandag deur veral Rudy Bryson, 3 paaltjies daar na mekaar en Baptiste en wat altesaam 3 paaltjies gekry het in daardie telkaart van Transvaal. Bowling Graham.
A good session certainly for the EP bowlers, picking up 6 important wickets and keeping the pressure on the Transvaal batsmen throughout the morning. The main wicket taker being Rudy Bryson, picking up 3 wickets with a second new ball for 63 runs. Baptiste picking another 2 wickets to the one he got yesterday, and Tim Shaw, the valuable wicket of Darryl Cullinan. And the fall of wickets today, the first wicket went out was Neville Wright at 137. That was the 3rd wicket. And at regular intervals, they lost wickets, and the score at lunch, 191 for 8.
Ja, lelike McBride op 5 en Dean Lang op 5. 197 vir die verlies van 8 paaltjies. Nadat hulle vanoggend kom voortkolf het op 134 vir 2. En dus groot sukses behaal vanoggend deur die oostelike provinsie bowlers en veldwerkers. Paul Rayment. En er is Dean Lang wat net so buiterrand van die kolf bykry en op grondlangs speel na Louis Koen op tweede grip.
Delivery from bowler Rayment outside the off stump. And Dean Lang not quite behind the line of the delivery and getting an outside edge, but dropping well short of the second slip.
99 bilbeurte vir 197 lopies. En kolf teen minder as 2 lopies per bilbeurt. En vanoggend het Transvaal van die 66ste bilbeurt tot die 94ste bilbeurt, met ander woorde in 28 bilbeurte, het hulle 6 paaltjies verloor terwyl 54 lopies aangeteken is. En die man wat nou die bilwerk gaan voortsit, Aldien Baptiste, hy het altesaam 3 van die paaltjies gekry, Tim Shaw 2 en Rudy Bryson 3. Loopie vir McBride, hoewel moontlik van die binskik, ja, nou kom die teken van meneer Barry Lamson. Dus er is 'n extra wat die telling opneem na 198. Kan dalk 'n uitsmyter by 'n nagklub wees, een van hierdie fris ouens wat keer dat jy nie daar inkom sonder 'n kaartjie nie. Aldien Baptiste is 'n man met 'n ongelooflike baie ondervinding. 507 paaltjies reeds geneem en meer as 4000 bilbeurte wat hy afgestuur het. Hy speel in sy 177ste eersterangse wedstryd. Want hy het in Wes-Indië gespeel, hy het vir Kent gespeel en nou in Suid-Afrika. 'n Baie goeie gemiddelde van 25 lopies per paaltjie. En kyk daar, die heel regterkantste kolom, hy staan minder as 3 lopies per paaltjie af. 31 jaar oud en 'n trotse rekord vir Baptiste.
Short delivery from Paul Rayment and a little bit of aggression from Bruce McBride, but hitting it straight to the square leg fielder.
Ek sal nie verbaas wees as 'n paar van ons vroue kykers begin bel en sê kan julle nie vir ons iets beter wys nie. 'n Chippendale in plaas van 'n Boependale. Ons wys altyd mooi meisies maar lelike mans. Nou wens ek kan hoor hoe gaan ons produksiesekretarisses wat in die mobiele eenheid werk, hoe gaan hulle te kere toe hulle nou daardie skote sien. Dit gegil en dit giggel. 199 vir die verlies van 8. En die ergste wat nou met my kan gebeur, Graham, is daai ou wat ons nou gewys het, as hy vanaand by die huis kom en sy vrou of sy meisie sê Edward van Aarde het gesê hy's 'n lelike ou, dan sal ek nie môre hier by die Wanderers kan opdaag nie. In elk geval, dit word als 'n baie ligte luim en met die tong in die kies bedoel, niks ernstigs nie. Loopie vir McBride, hulle sal met vinnig maak. Flammigo se ingooi is net oor die balkie. En die 200-tal vir Transvaal is uiteindelik op die tellbord.
Delivery coming into McBride, who's quickly off the mark. And Flammigo, the fielder, trying at the stumps, but Dean Lang certainly in his ground.
Eerste keer in 5 golfbeurte in 'n meerdaagse wedstryd dat Transvaal hierdie seisoen die 200-tal bereik. Hulle het 'n Castle wedstryd gespeel teen Noord-Transvaal en ook 'n vriendskaplike wedstryd op Virginia teen die Vrystaat. En is die eerste keer in 5 beurte dat hulle 200 behaal.
Another short delivery from Rayment. McBride quickly onto the pull, but only getting 2 runs from the shot.
Hierdie een in die ander rigting afgekap na derde man. Waar die veldwerk gedoen word. En hierdie keer net 1 loopie. Rudy Bryson wat voor ete seer gekry het. Toe hy 'n bal afgestuur het, het hy onmiddellik aan sy nek vasgehou. Steeds staan Paul Rayment op 99 eersterangse paaltjies. Reeds in sy 20ste bilbeurt. En 'n mens wens dat hy een van die 2 oorblywende paaltjies kan kry, want dit is 'n mylpaal om 100 paaltjies plat te trek in eersterangse cricket. En die wedstryd begin op 99 en hy en Brett Schultz kon nog nie 'n paaltjie kry nie. Goed gekeer aan die bykant deur Dave Richardson. Westelike provinsie op Kingsway 73 vir 2.
The delivery from Rayment keeping a little bit on the low side. And there certainly have been a number of deliveries from this end which haven't got through to wicketkeeper Richardson.
Graham Pollock het vanoggend verduidelik dat die golfblad so 'n paar krakies in het nie. Enigiets om oor bekommerd te wees op hierdie stadium nie. Hulle is baie klein krakies, maar met die son wat nou daarop skyn, kan dit veroorsaak dat daardie krakies 'n bietjie breër word. En hoewel daar geen sprake daarvan is dat die golfblad sal verkrummel nie, sal daardie weier word van die krakies veroorsaak dat die balle veral môre en op die laaste dag nie so hoog deurkom nie, dat 'n paar van hulle selfs nog laer sal deurkom. Einde van 'n leë bilbeurt vir Clive Rice om mee te begin. En vir ons kykers wat dalk nie vanoggend gekyk het na die cricket nie, kom ons kyk net na die Transvaal se telkaart. Hulle kom voorkolf op 134 vir 2, maar vanoggend in 'n kwessie van 28 bilbeurte het 'n telling verander van 137 vir 2 na 191 vir 8. En jy sien 'n paar tellings in die 20 wat meer moes geword het, maar in die middelorde veral het weer teleurgestel. Goeie aflewering van Snell waarmee vir Martin Venter klop. Ons sal nou vir u die volledige bulsyfers ook wys, maar ons sê net kortliks vir u dat Baptiste 32 bulbeurte gebul het, 3 vir 34. Bryson het 4 paaltjies gekry en Tim Shaw 3. Daar is die bulsyfers. Bryson 4 vir 63. Gebul met 'n nekbesering. Schultz is ook beseer en hy kon nie veel vermag vandag nie. 'n Regterbeenbesering. En dan Baptiste is die man wat so skitterend gebou het op 'n stadium met hy meer bulbeurte afgestuur as wat hy lopies afgestaan het op die ou einde. 15 leeg uit sy totaal van 32. 3 paaltjies en Tim Shaw kry 3 vir 40.
And a fine delivery from Richard Snell, getting up and leaving the batsman Venter. And it's the second good delivery this over that has beaten Martin Venter.
En gister reeds Martin Venter vir 34. Rushmere nie uit nie met 55 insluitende 7 grenshoue.
And this is Rayment, that's up in the air, but it's going to land in no man's land again.
And that was the top edge I was talking about over point.
Kepler Wessels has probably given the instructions to his 2 batsmen to throw the bat, get on with it. These are tired Transvaal bowlers and fielders, and Rudy Bryson knows that he can make himself a few runs here. Trevor Stratham.
Quite amazing he hasn't had more chances in the Transvaal side in the two seasons he's been up here, Jabez Stratham.
Rudy Bryson has already passed 1 landmark in this match, having taken his 100th first-class wicket. Bowled with a lot of heart when Transvaal were batting, and he looks to be a very capable cricketer.
Well, he's a very strong cricketer, and he's the type of chap who generates pace, certainly by comparison with the bowlers out here. Gets lift off just short of a length, but comfortable to face.
It's Dean Lang to Bryson.
Getting some classic stuff now, and I think any minute one will be pinged right over the top of mid-on or mid-off.
I think the term is, Jackie, a numbers player. But there's Rudy Bryson. He's already got a first-class 100. That first-class 100 he scored against Bullant. And for a fast bowler, you're always very appreciative of a fast bowler's efforts when they come in later in the order and score runs. And there's a couple more for him here, if he runs the first one quickly, which he hasn't. Stefan Jacobs, the fielder. Bryson on to 23, and the total up to 388. Dean Lang really bent his back to bang that in, and Rayment not able to put that away. The end of the 46th over with the second new ball. Rain clouds are certainly gathering behind us, and the Transvaal bowling figures, well, they've gone for runs, but when you consider how flat this pitch is and how much in command the Eastern Province batsmen have been, these are very admirable figures. 30 overs from Snell at a cost of only 61 runs, 52 off 22 overs from Rice, 60 off 25 overs from Jacobs, and Eckstein, even though that's 135 runs, he's bowled 48 overs and a long spell, and well, Dean Lang has also just gone at over 3 and over.
I think what those bowling figures reflected was the fact that Transvaal have not stopped trying all day. They've really worked at it, despite that they were the
89 for 8. Lead is 162. And Eastern Province, ever since they won the toss, kept the vessels and put Transvaal into bat, have really been in control of this match. A match which has been ravaged by interruptions for rain and bad light. Dean Lang from the corner drive end. Cracking shot from Bryson, but Pinar is at 36 in the Transvaal innings. Took a long time, took 3 hours to get those runs. And there he is in that long off position. And that's chipped over the infield. That's going to go for 4. 4 more runs to this Eastern Province total, 394, and Rayment moves up to 9.
And this is the sort of thing that frustrates a captain, is when the tail enders start doing this sort of thing.
Dave Richardson scored 13 today. Flam Michau. Red Schultz at the back. And Tim Shaw in the background as well.
Only a couple of days ago in Port Elizabeth, Paul Rayment scored 39 of 20 balls in a B&H match against Northerns.
Well, he scored 9 here, and he could really get into the batting groove now and take full advantage of some tired Transvaal bowlers. They've all had a long day today. Just for to consolidate this Eastern Province lead.
...395 vir die verlies van 8 paaltjies. Bryson 25, Rayment 10.
Well, it was in the air, but it was hit with a lot of power by Rudy Bryson. He really is a strong lad, and Dean Lang is all just a little flummoxed by this. Bryson enjoying that ball that was pitched up to him. And just look how he throws the bat at this. That's a good shot. Lots of power in the bottom hand as well. And not a chance of stopping that going for 4. 399 for 8. Eastern Province. Bryson moves on to 29. And Lang looks as if he's just about had enough of today. Looks to have a bit of a cough as well. In case you're wondering what that is, that's the boundary rope, and it's been crossed a number of times by the Eastern Province batsman today. Eldin Baptiste, in his innings of 63, hit 9 fours and a 6. And what a good innings it was by the West Indies all-rounder. And now Stefan Jacobs has been brought back into the Transvaal attack from the golf course end. It's going to be Jacobs to Rayment on 10. That might have been worth a little shout. Or perhaps even a polite inquiry. Well, at this stage of the day, perhaps they're just even too tired to shout. And that's wide, and it's been carved away off the outside edge. It won't go for 4. Eckstein is after it. But that's the 400 up for Eastern Province. 3 runs to Rayment. He moves on to 13. And Eastern Province 402 for 8. It's been a long day for Clive Eckstein. 48 overs. He's bowled his left arm spin. 2 for 135.
Die telbord sukkel om nog daar die 402 daar te kry. Die middelste nulletjie ontbreek nog.
It's in the air, but it's through a gap. Mid-on is quite wide. And Bryson with really what you might call an agricultural pull through the vacant mid-on area. But he's making the most of this now. These are tired bowlers, and well, there we are. 4 more runs.
En Rudy Bryson, wat in hierdie wedstryd sy 100ste eerste randse paaltjie gekry het nou ook sy hoogste telling in Kansselbeker cricket. Sy vorige hoogste was 31 en nou het hy 33.
And that's gone a long way. That's right into the seats in the newsstand, and that's a 6 for Rudy Bryson. That was a very good shot. He waited for it. Now that might be just a little smile. It's a lovely feeling when you hit the middle of the bat. It's 412 now for 8. Bryson on to 39. Clive Rice, who's bowled 23 overs himself today, and he's had a lot to think about. He's had to set so many different fields for these Eastern Province batsmen. Rushmere was hitting it all over the place, and Rice has had to scratch his head a few times.
En ek dink met hierdie kolvertoning van Bryson na sy 4 paaltjies maak hy seker dat hy op daardie vliegtuig na Australië nie in ry 20 gaan sit nie, maar miskien hier in ry 16 of ry 15. baie goeie vertoning in hierdie wedstryd deur Bryson.
177 from Mark Rushmere. That's a career best for him. Louis Kuhn played well for his 34. A couple of mishaps in the middle with Michau and Richardson. And then Baptiste with a really attractive 63. And here's Bryson now adding the sting to the tail with 39. And Rayment giving him excellent support. So we have a change of bowling again. And the hard-working Clive Exton coming on for his 49th over. Understood. Joubert Stratham.
Ja, Clive Exton, 48 balbeurte, 135 lopies. Er is 2,8 per balbeurt. Alan, wat goed is.
And that's very good. I mean, 48 overs in his heat and against the side, so much in control with the bat. Clive Exton has done very well. And we welcome viewers on TV1 with Eastern Province 412 for 8. The story of the day has been a marvellous 100 by Mark Rushmere, 177. 63 from Eldin Baptiste. And it's Exton bowling to Paul Rayment. Rayment is there on 13, and Rudy Bryson at the other end has really enjoyed himself. He's on 39. Been a long day for the Transvaal bowlers, but they've stuck very much to their task and they've performed for their captain Clive Rice. This is Exton in his 49th over.
Teenoor die 227 van Transvaal, 'n voorsprong van 185 met daardie 412. En as jy miskien wonder hoekom verklaar Oostelike provinsie nie nou met daardie voorsprong van 185 en kry nog 'n paaltjie of twee voor uitskyt het vanaand nie, dan kan ons miskien net vir u sê die lug is besig om swakker te word. Daar is reënwolke agter ons en as die OP nou verklaar en Transvaal kom kolf, dan sal dit waarskynlik gebeur dat die skeieregters aan hulle die lugmeters wys en sê menere, julle is geregtig om kleedkamer toe te gaan en dan sal die OP nie enige voordeel daaruit kry nie. Dat hy in eerste rangse cricket met Bryson wel 'n 100-tal aangeteken, presies 100, maar ons kon ongelukkig nie hier in die cricketjaarboek vasstel in watter soort wedstryd dit was nie. Dit was in elk geval nie in 'n Kanselbeker wedstryd nie, maar hy het al reeds 100-tal aangeteken.
And that 100, of course, scored against Bullant this current season. So Bryson enjoying himself with the ball and with the bat, but it's Rayment who's facing Exton. Exton continuing with this leg stump and over the wicket leg stump attack. He's now into his 50th over. That's on the outside edge, and again it's miles from a fielder. And it goes like that. 2 more runs.
Ja, dit verklaar ek ons nie daar die beurt van Bryson in die jongste uitgawe van die cricketjaarboek kon sien nie, want dit was dan hierdie seisoen aangeteken teen Boland in 'n vriendskaplike wedstryd.
Well, that's the reverse sand wedge shot. And Eckstein, well, he's enjoying this little challenge. He's going at less than 3 runs and over. And when he sees a player like Rayment coming in, well, perhaps he sees his chance of getting another wicket. Much quicker delivery, but that ball pitching outside the leg stump as Cyril Mitchley will tell you. And you can see how this pitches outside the leg stump by a good 6 inches.
Geen bal wat buiten die bypen grondvat kan 'n BVB beslissing kry nie. ...426, voorsprong nou 199.
Well, that's gone a long way, a very long way. It's gone about 12 rows up into the seats alongside the scoreboard, and that really was a good shot by Paul Rayment. It was pitching about 2 feet outside leg stump, and you'll see how he gets his legs well positioned there, full swing of the bat, and 6 very good runs.
Goeie 6 van Paul Rayment en daarmee is die voorsprong nou meer as 200 lopies. 205 om presies te wees.
Ten minutes to go here, and we did have some very nasty looking rain clouds behind us, but they seem to be moving around just a little, Edwell.
Yeah, no danger of rain immediately, Alan. At this stage, Alan, I'd like to give credit where credit is due. Round about this time yesterday, when Graham Pollock was commentating with me, I said it appeared to me that this game could peter out into a draw. And Graham was very quick to point out that if Eastern Province occupied the crease and managed to establish a good first innings lead, by Sunday afternoon, Transvaal could be in trouble. And how right Graham at this point proves to have been, although Transvaal still have to bat, but a lead of more than 200, he was spot on.
And it's been an impressive Eastern Province batting performance. These two, Bryson on the left and Paul Rayment on the right, just really enjoying the fruits of the earlier labours by Rushmere and Baptiste. Well, we're waiting for the ball to be retrieved.
Hulle het hom nou net gekry, uiteindelik.
I think maybe a Transvaal fan threw that one onto the Wanderers golf course. You see, they've seen enough of this ball. Well, the ball is back. It's 432 for 8, a lead of 205, and Bryson is just 3 short of what would be a well-celebrated half-century here, and it's Jacobs to bowl to him from the golf course end.
Niks verkeerd met daardie kaphou nie, dis 4 lopies. En daar is hy 50-tal.
It's a very good 50 from Rudy Bryson. And this Wanderers crowd enjoying some of these forceful shots that this young 23-year-old has shown them. 51 not out now off just 57 balls, 7 fours and a very big 6. Eastern Province 436 for 8. Eastern Province team, and they'll be well pleased with this effort by Bryson. Had a bit of a problem all day with the gnats and various species of flies that have been visiting us here at the Wanderers this afternoon. And the bowlers actually have had quite a problem running in from that golf course end.
Beslis nie 'n muggie van 'n telling wat die OP het nie. 436. Bryson 51, Rayment 21. Ek onthou 'n paar jaar gelede het hulle self met spuitkannetjies hier probeer teen die muggies, maar dit het nie veel gehelp nie, want die wind het dit eenvoudig weggewaai.
Jimmy Cook is that third man. Just a single this time for Bryson. 52 he moves on to. And Jimmy Cook will be certainly wanting to get stuck in tomorrow and give himself a big score. He's seen Mark Rushmere today accumulate 177, and Jimmy Cook knows he needs a big score.
Hy gaan weer veldwerk kry om te doen met 'n loopie vir Rayment. 22 aan hom, 52 aan Bryson, 438. Rudy Bryson wat van slag bied, gebore op Springs en Stroebenwyl Laerskool skool gegaan en ook Springs Seunshoër, sy debuut gemaak vir Transvaal voordat hy in 1988 na die Ooskaap verhuis het.
Well, it hasn't been a bowler's day today, and Jacobs will be quite relieved when that 5:45 comes up. Number of players all around the country, of course, pressing claims for the South African side that will go to represent their country in the World Cup in Australia. And Edwell, you can certainly enlighten our viewing public as to what this team is all about.
Well, we've explained it in Afrikaans, but for the benefit of our English-speaking viewers, we asked 15 members of the media, the press, radio and television, to select their teams. And those 11 were unanimously chosen by the media. And you notice there the name of Hansie Cronje, who did not officially go to India, and also the name of Mark Rushmere. Then when we go to the next page, we'll have in the next column, well, we believe the EP team in their dressing room are having a good look at that media team. Remember, this is unofficially selected by 15 members of the media.
And I should add that I'm an impartial observer, Edwell.
And then in the next page, in the left column, completing the 20. We'll go back to that in a moment or two. Hudson Rice, Currie van Sale, who did not go to India, is there, and John T. Rhodes, Shaw, and also Terence Lazard, and well, not surprisingly, but Omar Henry as a spin bowler, and Rudy Bryson. And then the right-hand column, a couple of other names, 8 names that have been mentioned, but did not get enough votes to reach the top 20, Jennings being the second wicketkeeper. Rudolph Steyn is there. It'll be very interesting to see to what extent, Alan, the media have hit the spot or not.
Well, that team is selected tomorrow, and there'll be some anxious young cricketers. Rudy Bryson, one of them, wanted to know what the final list will be. At the moment he's on 53, and it's Eckstein who's bowling to him. And this might well be the last over. We might just get another one in. I can bet that Transvaal won't want to get another one in. McBride will have to go for that himself. And that should be 2 leg byes. Total on to 441. Rudy Bryson deals successfully with the last ball of the day here at the Wanderers on the 3rd day of this Castle Cup match, and a very successful day it has been for Eastern Province, ending the day 441 for 8, with Rudy Bryson on 53 and Paul Rayment on 22. Bryson taking full advantage of a flat Wanderers pitch and some tired Transvaal bowlers. Although the Transvaal bowlers really have done as well as they could. A couple of career bests recorded, certainly by Bryson with that 53 in Castle Cup cricket, and also by Mark Rushmere with a very, very good innings of 177. Eldin Baptiste, the overseas player, the West Indies all-rounder, with a 63 made in fairly rapid time. It's been good entertainment for this Wanderers crowd, and there's the Eastern Province card. Rushmere 177. Wessels was the man out this morning, caught by Rice at slip off the bowling of Jacobs. Louis Kuhn was, well, he played a very nice little innings of 34, lots of attractive shots, and he got very confident at the crease before he was caught off the top edge on the leg side of the bowling of Eckstein. Flam Machau, unfortunately for him, run out for 5. Dave Richardson was not too happy with the decision that adjudged him caught behind off the bowling of Jacobs. Just stood there for a moment, but he was given out, adjudged caught behind. And then came Eldin Baptiste, and this Antiguan 31-year-old really entertained this crowd with that 63. And McBride eventually taking the catch off the bowling of the persevering Transvaal captain Clive Rice. Tim Shaw was bowled all ends up by Richard Snell. Snell coming back with a burst of pace. And this 9th wicket partnership between Bryson and Rayment. Bryson with 53 and Rayment 22. Eastern Province, 441 for 8. Transvaal bowlers,